Good morning, class.
Chapter 5 Organizing, and this is the last class for this chapter. Today we are going to discuss about centralization, advantage of centralization, limitation of centralization, and at the same time what is decentralization, what are their limitations, and what are the difference between the centralization and decentralization. What is centralization? If top manager make the organization's decision with little or no input from subordinates, then the organization is centralized. Here are the different advantages of centralization. First one is reduce cost. Secondly, uniformity in action. Thirdly, personal leadership. Fourth, flexibility. Fifth one is improved quality of work, and lastly, better coordination. Let's discuss what are the limitations of centralization. So firstly, we can discuss a highly centralized organization structure is an impediment or to organization growth along effective lines. Now the second, in this case, organizational structure become weak because there are sharp disparities in the distribution of authority, influence and structure. Third one, over centralization of authority fosters rigids. Fourth one, the communication system tends to be weak and it is characterized by delay, discontinuous and in transformation of information. Fifthly, in a centralization organization structure, the top management may not be able to cope up with the heavy workload. And lastly, the power corrupts and absolute power corrupt applies in this context because centralization of managerial power at the top level leads to abuse of power and cooperation. What is decentralization? It refers to the process or system of administration in a state in which the function of state management are significantly passed on to semi-autonomous unities of government at the local level. Or in other words, we can say state functions are divided between the central government and local government unit that could either be appointed, elected, or a blend of either elected and appointed members. Here are the some reason of decentralization, like alternative governance structure to provide local government, need to improve service delivery to large population, and the recognition of the limitation of the central administration, public participation in government decision making, afterwards more flexible administration, and lastly more effective administration. So these are the reason of decentralization. Now the advantages and disadvantages of decentralization. So let's talk about the firstly advantages, in which better meet local needs, closer partnership between IT and business unit, great greater flexibility, better match with decentralization enterprise structure, and lastly better unit control over overhead cost. At the same time, disadvantage, difficulty in maintaining global standard and consistency data, higher infrastructure cost, loss of control, duplication of staff and data, and lastly harder to negotiable. Now let's compare between centralization and decentralization. On the basis of this comparison, startly communication flow. In centralization, that is vertical. In decentralization, open tree. Now decision making. In centralization, the decision making is slow, but here is faster in decentralization. Now advantages. What are the advantages in centralization? That is proper coordination and leadership. In decentralization, sharing of burden and responsibility. Afterwards, comparison is power of decision making lies with the top management. Multiple persons have the power to decision making. Afterwards, reason inadequate control over the organization. Here, decentralization considerable control over the organization. And lastly, base suited for a small size, and here lies large size.